I am on my way from my home to the Airbnb where my girlfriends, three girlfriends, two of which I have known since high school, actually one of which eighth grade, and then Shelly, who's my longest friend. Shelly and I actually met the first day of kindergarten. And we're all gathering this weekend at an Airbnb in Glendale, Arizona to celebrate our 40th high school reunion. So I'm looking forward to seeing them, but we actually see each other about once a year. We try to make a girls' trip and just get together for a long weekend. So this is special that I get to see them twice this year because I've already seen them once in June. But this will be a little bit different because we're going to see a lot of old friends and acquaintances from, it's hard to imagine when I sit here and say 40 because in my mind, I think I'm only 40 years old. So the math is not adding up, but nevertheless, it really is a 40th high school reunion. And as I go into this time together with friends from a previous life, I'm a little apprehensive. I'm excited. I can't wait to see everybody and connect and get caught up. I think the apprehension is, there's still kind of a part of me, maybe you too, but certainly me that, is unsettled. I don't know that adolescence need for acceptance really ever transcends that time. So while it's much less important for me today in this stage of my life, back then it was really important that I feel accepted and I be accepted. And so I think anytime I go into these types of events where, it's the old kind of crew from high school, there's always part of me that has that apprehension, if I'm honest. And so anyway, I'm just super excited to see my girlfriends. So it's Heather Walker. I met Heather in the eighth grade. We were each playing summer softball league, and she actually went to a different junior high school than I did. And I remember she just came up to me and said, "Are you Kelly Hunt?" And I said, "Yes," with apprehension. And I say that only because I did get a lot of girls that kind of just wanted to fight with me or give me a hard time. And so, Heather came up from the opposing team, and that was it. She is such an amazing person and a connector, and just somebody that really goes out of her way to make people feel accepted and heard and loved. And so I cherish that relationship or friendship. The other person that's going to be there this weekend at our girls' Airbnb is Michelle Duginski. Her maiden name was Romans, and Michelle and I probably are closer now than we were in high school. She's really good friends with Heather. I'm really good friends with Heather, so we were friends through that connection. But Michelle is probably one of the sweetest people I know. Just a God-loving, super sweet human being, and I am so blessed that I get to be in her life, and she's in mine at this point in our journey. So super excited to connect with Michelle. She lives in Colorado, so she flew in. Heather lives in Idaho, so she flew in. And then last but certainly not least, my dear friend Shelly. Gaddis was her maiden name, Miller was her married name. And Shelly, my goodness, to spend 54 years of your life with somebody who has been there in the ups and downs, and to know that, you could call at any time in the day, and Shelly is somebody that would drop everything and be there. She's got such a big heart, although she comes off as cranky and feisty and sassy. I'll tell you, she is just honestly a big love. Don't let her know I told that to y'all, because she's going to be cranky with that response. But it's true. She's just an amazing human, and I am so blessed to have her in my life. So that's it. That's the girls' lineup for our 40th high school reunion. I'm on my way now, and I will give you an update once I get there.
Hi, this is Michelle.
And Heather.
And we are on our way to the Airbnb. Heather picked me up from the airport. We made a quick stop at Total Wine, and now we're looking forward to relaxing and girl time.
And creating more fun memories as we even talk about our past memories of the past 45, 50 years.
Yikes. Okay, see you soon.
Let's go, Darty. Let's go check out this place. In the door. Look, this is where we're staying. Wow, this is
great.
Look how great it is. It's a nice spare. Knock, knock, I'm here. Oh my God, it's you guys. Hi. Look how hot you look. Oh, shut up. Thank you so much. It's so good to see you. Oh my God, I love you so much. Oh my God, it's so good to see you guys. Oh, it's so great. Let me see your hair. No, let me see your hair. Let me see your hair. Oh, I love them. They look great. Hey, Grandma, how's it going? It's good. Oh, Grandma. I know. We haven't talked about that.
Yeah,
All right.
I know. What is she going to be called? Not Grandma. I know. We're still working on that. Definitely not.
Yeah, we got to figure that out. Okay. Where's Kelly? Is Kelly here? Yeah, I want a beer.
Okay.
A beer.
We're on it.
All right. Let's get our drink on. We got our drink on. Girls, I think somebody's here. I think someone's here, girls. Help. I think someone's here. Hi. Hey, sweetie. How are you? Love you. You look awesome.
I love you too.
Great. How's it going?
Good.
Oh,
Welcome.
Kelly's here.
Hi. Hi, guys.
extra wine. Just needed.
Do you guys remember this?
Yeah.
Oh, yummy. Oh, that was the best.
It's so good to see you. All right. Well, what's
All
next?
right, let's roll.
All right. Let's roll.
I don't know what I want to drink, so I got both.
You go, girl.
Classic Shelly.
Is the Sunshine Warrior podcast, and I gotta tell you, this was really close to my heart, and I'll share with you why. So today we are having our 40th year high school reunion tonight. These are some of my best friends in the world, and I went to high school with these girls. So we got an Airbnb, and I was like, hey girls, since we're all going to be together, why don't I shoot a podcast and kind of just reflect? Because I think at this part of our lives, there's just so much more knowledge than there was, 40 years ago. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm struggling with this whole 40 thing. But but I am 40. At least I feel 40. So how would this be a 40-year reunion?
Right?
But anyway, I do want to introduce you to Sunshine Warriors. These girls, each and every one of them are truly Sunshine Warriors. They represent what it means. They've been on this entire journey with me. And when you have friends from when you're younger, our lives all go in different directions. And our lives did. This wasn't like we were this close for the last 40 years. We come in and out of each other's lives. And I think there's just something so special about that. And as many of you in the community know, my mom passed smack dab in the middle of COVID, and I was lost and I was yearning for connection, especially motherly connection. And I reached out to these three girls and said, hey, why don't we go on a girls' trip? And we'd never done that before, not the four of us. And we did. And since then, 5 years later, we've done this every year. And this year, I think we might get 3 trips in. So let me introduce you to the line of, again, each and every person here just means so much to me. I'm going to first start over here with Heather. So this is Heather Walker, main name Corcoran. And I will say that Heather is the connector. Heather's the connector of us. She is the connector of us to our past friends and just to experiences. And I just really want to thank you so much because, in 8th grade is when we met and I played softball, Heather played softball. We were at different schools. She came up to me after a softball game and Cactus said, "Are you Kelly Hunt?" And I thought, oh, here we go. Yeah, I am. And yeah, right. I was totally getting ready for whatever it was that was getting ready to be delivered.
This one's tough.
Yeah, she's so tough. You guys don't see how tall she is. She's barely pushing 5 foot. Not that there's anything wrong. But yeah, that was it. We made friends. And I so appreciate that. I needed that so much in my life at that point. And it's just been an incredible inspiration to me all these years. Next up is Michelle Romans Dugensky. Michelle and I were friends in high school through really Heather. So Michelle and Heather ran track together. They were really kind of very good friends. And so because of this friendship, I was friends with Michelle as well. I'm not as close with Michelle as I was with Heather. But Michelle, I think for you, the thing that's so special about you is just you have the most pure heart of any of us, honestly. You've always been that person too. It's not like you changed. Like there's purity and love and beauty in who you are. I just appreciate you. So thank you so much for being on this journey. And then last but not least, y'all have probably heard you talk about Shelly. So Shelly and I met on the first day of kindergarten. No joke. I was very shy.
And
You were crying.
I was crying. Probably. I don't remember that.
But Shelly's mom saw me crying, apparently. But I do remember, she said, "Shelly, Kelly, oh my gosh, your name's Ryan." Best friends forever. And that really was the start of our journey. We went years without seeing each other. I mean, like 10 years. Like a long time. A long time. I think that one of the most special things, and we'll kind of get into this as we reflect, but just one of the most special things about old friends, not chronological old, but old in tenure of the friendship, is just that you can not talk every day. You can not see each other for years. And then when you do, boom, you just pick up where you left off. And man, that's just something so special. Are you ladies ready? Are you nervous?
Yeah, okay.
I'll only talk them into this, you guys. They're only doing this because they love me. So, all right. Thank you so much.
I don't think we had a choice.
All right, I'm just going to ask a few questions. I got to kind of go back. Okay. When you were in high school, what did you imagine your life is going to be versus how it turned out? Anybody?
I didn't have any expectations. And I know a lot of people have that goal. They have that thing going on. People are like driven, right? Like you're driven, right? You guys, you're bright. Your eyes just, So you have high achiever, honor roll, dean's list type of person. And then you have me who barely got through high school because I have ABD and stuff. But I didn't have any expectations. I really didn't. What was in high school and what I was going to be. I never thought about that. It wasn't something that came to my mind. So it's kind of weird when you ask that, like, what do you, think you'll be, up in high school? And I'm like, I knew I'd be around you. That's it. Yeah. Honestly.
That's fair.
But I didn't have any expectations. But I love where I'm at.
In high school, you don't see where you're going to be, even though people are like, I want to do this one in 10 years. I'm like, I could never imagine that I've been able to travel the world. I worked 3 Olympics. I've, what we do in life. I've never, that was never in my will of what I was going to do when I grow up. It's hard to really what are you going to do in your
Michelle?
I was going to be some high-powered executive in some unknown career, and I was going to have a penthouse apartment, and I was going to be single, and I was going to be so successful, and I was going to have this just amazing life.
I didn't know that.
But in the yearbook, you told me you were going to be my friend for life. You wrote me a gushy story in my yearbook.
So are you saying those two things?
You obviously were going to take me with you. So I guess I was going to stay with you to your Pentecost.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that you wanted to be a high-powered executive type of person. I did. You're very
Homey, and you're very
I know.
nurturing.
I don't
you're
know where
very
She's teaching
teacher.
the ones that are going to be the Pentecost people.
Yeah, so let's fast forward. Let's just kind of do a check-in on what you're doing today.
I'm a second grade teacher. Been married for 30 years. I have 2 kids. Just kind of a suburban life.
It takes a lot. It does to do what you do. Yeah, let's not underestimate it at all.
No, yes, it's teaching is hard, and that's for a whole nother podcast. Never envisioned this for myself when I was in high school.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. But if I think about the answer to that question, for me, I guess I'm with you guys. I didn't quite know what it was, but I've always really had this entrepreneurial spirit. I just always kind of had the confidence that I was going to figure it out, whatever it was, and that I kind of wanted to be part of something, build something, and
conquer the world.
well, I was going to say change the world.
Same thing.
Anyway.
Change and conquer.
But then I ended up in mortgage banking, which is around 30 years. I think if you're 18 or you're 20 or 25 and you're out there just like, I'm lost, I thought I was going to do this, and now I'm on this path, my advice is it's okay. Like, it is a journey. You don't need to sprint. Enjoy the moment. Be intentional. Try new things. You never know what's going to stick and where your passion's going to be.
Follow your love. That's what we tell our boys.
I love that.
Yeah, because you'll be more happy.
Yeah,
As long as you can pay bills, for good.
yeah. If you could go back and you could tell yourself right now, the 18-year-old Michelle, the 18-year-old Heather, the 18-year-old Shelley, knowing all that you know after all of these years, what is the one piece of advice you would give yourself if you could go back right now?
It's kind of like God has a sense of humor, but life has a sense of humor also. Because you can have plans, you can think something's going to follow through for the next 30, 40, 50 years, but you don't account for losses, jobs, travels, friendships, whatever. You don't ever account for that. But it's like you learn to find the joy in life all the time, and that it's okay. Life changes all the time. It's not you failing. It's just you have to learn to roll with the punches and continue to move forward and just always find happiness. And it's just like, because life is always going to give you something and you just don't know what. And it's like, just go forward. And that's why I think friendships are so important, because it's like they kind of walk with you through everything, right?
And pick you up when you fall down, and celebrate you when you have your wins. And so beautiful. It's okay.
You're not failing. It's life.
Michelle?
Yeah, well, like Heather said, just you never know what life is going to throw at you. So just be flexible, make the best of what you've got. And also chase your dreams, and don't be afraid to chase those dreams. I would say to my 18-year-old self, it's okay if things don't turn out the way you thought they would, as long as you're happy.
It's good advice. Sean?
That was a hard line, because when you don't see yourself when you're 18, where you're going to be, like you go back and it's like, what could it be? But I think a lot of it has to be is enjoy the ride. Life is not that's so serious. Eat the cake. Yeah. Stay up too late. It's okay.
Don't be cranky when you're doing text at 5 o'clock p.m.
It wasn't about the 5 o'clock text. It wasn't about the text. It was about the fact that I asked you guys to move it to a private one because I was trying to sleep, and then the mocking and the emojis that came afterwards. Literally, you know what? I don't know. Can it piss me off? Yeah, it did. So yes, it wasn't about that. So my 18-year-old self would say, you know what? You can't control what's going to hit you. Right. And you have to just kind of suck it up, buttercup, and live your life. But don't not do something. Because some of my best memories are things I would never have planned.
Absolutely.
Or things that like my parents would have been not okay with, things that some of my friends wouldn't have been okay with. But like, live your life, have a good time. Right. And that's how you learn. It is. It's absolutely how you learn. Like, I wouldn't be who I was today if it wasn't for all those things I did when I was younger. Have a good time. You never know what tomorrow's going to bring. That whole live, laugh, love. And actually, it's true.
Yeah, it is true.
I think my answer to that would be you can do hard things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good one.
When you're 18 and everything looks so bright and, you're excited about where it's going and all the things, it doesn't always work out exactly the way you think. And that is okay, because the journey through the hard stuff, that's really where you grow. Yeah. And so don't be afraid of it. Don't hold yourself back from taking chances, from being afraid, from all the mental demons that, we all kind of have, at least maybe not y'all, but I have and had, right? The stuff that holds us back, the stuff that says, you can't do that. You'll never be able to do that. You're not smart enough to do that. All those things, like, control that, recognize that that's not real, and accept the fact that hard is going to come along the way, and that's how you show up.
I think a lot of times, when you conquer your worst fears, it tends to be your best memories and your greatest accomplishments.
So what was your worst fear that you conquered?
Jeez.
Not on the script.
There's so many. I mean, that's a whole thing. That's why you learn. It's just like you tell yourself that you can't do this. 1996 Olympics, the job that I was put into, and just the fear of working with the royalty around the world, because we were in charge of the Olympics in Tunnel Park. That was our whole domain. And it's just like the fear of talking to people and realizing that you're the boss and that people have to listen to you, no matter if it's people who are much higher than you in life. But it's just like that confidence that you have to have in yourself. Just so many things, even like just the simplicity of being a parent. It's like, who of us really thought we were going to be parents?
I always wanted to be a parent. Thing is, there's no roadmap. There's no book on how to do it. That's the thing.
Yeah. But it's just that fear. It's like overcoming that. Like when you bring this little thing home, it's just like, oh, crud, I had to deal with this thing for 18 years to raise it and not mess it up.
All right. Okay. Anything else on that one? Is that a good wrap? Felt good. Yeah, it felt good. I got that. All right. What's something you learned about friendship over the years that still feels true today? We'll start with you.
Oh, so I have my friends, and then my friends I had known for a really long time. So for you, number one, the other friends that we went to elementary school and high school with, and junior high, I am still friends with today. It's crazy. I met Heather through you, and we became friends. We even had our own friendship in a different environment. I met Michelle through Heather through you, and we have our own memories. And so I think it's important to make your own memories with your own friends. And just because you have those different relationships with everybody doesn't mean that I love her more than you or you more than her. And it's not about as much time you spend with, it's the quality. And you need to show when it matters. So I'm not always going to be that friend that will obviously answer you at 5:30 in the morning and join in that. But if you needed me at 5:30, I'd be the first person to get in the car and meet you. So I remember when my dad had passed and you came to my funeral, and I introduced you to my new best friends. And it wasn't that you weren't still always my longest best friend. It was, you get new best friends all the time. We all have new best friends, right? It works for you. My son was in gymnastics, so I had those moms. They were my new best friends. I have my new best friend right now. She's my Sunday buddy. She is my lunch in Walmart buddy. That's what we do. I have lots of best friends, and I think that's important. I don't know what else to say about that.
That's good.
It's what it is.
I think that was enough.
Oh, you want to shut up?
Yeah.
Why were you and Mighty to tell me to shut up like that?
The one thing I have learned about friendships is I'm not good with high maintenance friendships. Like, yes, you guys are divas. They're fine. But I meant
I at 5 in the morning.
5 in the morning. To know that you don't have to call every day. Like our annual trips.
Yeah.
It's not like we talk every day or even every month. It's just like, but when we are together, we are together. Like as if time never passed. And that's what I have learned. It's just that I value about friendships. It's like there's a bonding that you can never replace. Even if you're not always connect. You're connected in a different way, but not everyday connected. And that's what, to me, friendship is.
Yeah. I love that. Michelle?
Yeah, to piggyback off Shelley and Heather, I just think that true friendship doesn't need constant feeding. You know, it can go for lengths of time and then reach out and it's just like no time has passed at all. I felt like it was that way for us on our first girls trip back in 2020. What it has grown into is just so precious to me. True friendship doesn't need to be constantly, you don't need constant communication, but you're just always there for each other. And you just know your friends are the ones who you can always call when you need someone and they'll be there.
Unless it's 5:30. Unlike I started there, you know, it was 5:16 is one of you. What did you learn about friendship?
I have learned a lot about friendship. The most special thing is that I get speedy. Real true friendship is acceptance. And I think it's love. I think it's authenticity. I think it's truth. I think it's celebrating the wins and being there in the moments where you can't breathe. I think it's all of those things wrapped into one not so perfect foe. You know, I'm not sure that's what I thought about friendship when I was 18, but it's what I think about friendship now. You know, as we kind of look at the last half of our lives, I know that sounds weird and kind of morbid, but really, I mean, I see us there for each other no matter what it is. And, you know, things are going to happen. Yeah. It's going to happen in our families and each other. And I just think that the commitment to each other and the showing up, no matter what that looks like, there's just some security and comfort in knowing that, you know, y'all are just a phone call away.
It was like when you're at your mom's funeral. Shirley was shocked to see me there, but we were like, we hadn't seen each other in
Like, yeah, long time.
attack each other by hugs. And then you looked at me like, you came. I'm like, why wouldn't I?
But that was also smack dab in the middle of COVID. The world is shut down. You lived in a different state. But it's all these things. Yes. And
I remember seeing you and walking to you, and it was, you were shocked. I was shocked, just not that you came, but that I saw you.
Yeah.
And that we sat next to each other and then we drove in the car together and all of the stuff. And it was like, it was just yesterday.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't even an awkward, it was not a beat. So it was comfortable.
Yeah.
It was, oh my God, okay, this is how we're good.
Yeah.
Right. And it was just, you know, hitting you was like, we're here, we're good.
Yeah.
And you know, when I first saw you, you picked us up and it was just like, hey, and I hadn't seen you
Well,
forever.
but at the 30-year reunion, that's truly saw each other. Yeah, and I just remember, like, I forgot how much fun Shelley was.
And you know, I just forgot these are my friends. Yeah, because I, you know, you have your whole life.
Yeah.
So like tonight when we go in there, there'll be other people that's like, oh my God, I forgot you were my friend. Yeah. But you guys always have been there.
yeah. All right. So last question. What's one moment in your life you're most proud of, big or small, and that your younger self wouldn't have expected?
It's interesting because it's like it could go so many different ways. Because we were talking about this. I'm like, it could be so many ways. It could be my greatest accomplishment is, you know, being a mom. Okay, you know, homeschooling my kids and getting them into good colleges and all that, and just having relationships with their wives. Or it could be helping my husband with his business. It could be the success of friendships that you closely just value and hold dear to you that you've been able to hold on to. It could be,
Yeah, but that second part is what your younger self would not have expected.
my younger self would never have seen much of it. It's like you don't realize how naive you really are when you're 18. You think you know everything and you know nothing.
True.
And that's just like, yeah. And everything you plan out, don't think anything came to fruition what I planned out.
That was a hard one for me but I think what makes me more proud is that I'm here today. All of you have these like two family. You have the husband and you have the wife and you have the kids. And meanwhile, I got divorced and I was a single mom and I felt like a loser the whole time I was a single mom because I could not provide what all of you provided for your children. I could not go on the trips all of you provided and you did the things. I couldn't do any of the stuff that you all did. So instead of being like, well, I'm just getting by, I'm just surviving, I'm okay, I felt like a loser. I felt like a loser that my son did not have a backyard. That was very difficult. I felt like everything that I did, like the fact I had to hotwire my car to come visit you. So the fact that I look back and what I did accomplish, and it's taken me to, I'm almost 60, I'm going to admit it, we are 58. She'll be 58, she's not yet, but we are 58. We are damn near 60. And it's taken damn near 60 to realize, you know what? I raised my kid all by myself. I have a great job. I have been teaching beauty school for 36 years. I was a director. I touch people's lives every day. For the first time in my life, I have a car I am not upside down in.
What are you looking at me for?
Because that's a big thing. I look at the camera first because that's a big thing. For someone who has robbed Peter to pay Paul and knocked off Paul to give it back to Peter her whole life, to have a car where you're not upside down.
I'm proud. That's a big deal. Thank you. Yeah, I'm proud of me too. What about you?
I love it.
Let's go to Michelle.
And this is a really hard question, but I think I'm proud of the fact that I do teach elementary school and I help shape young lives every day. It's something that I would have never envisioned for myself when I was 18. For sure, because, you know, I was going to be in the pet house. I was going to be single and childless and this, like, uber successful career woman. I feel proud of what I do.
The world is better with you doing what you do. With me, gosh, I don't know that there's one moment. I think that there's a lot of moments where I have succeeded and then questioned and then fell down and then got back up. And so I think what I'm most proud of is that I am not afraid to try and I'm not afraid to fail, even though it sucks when you do. And I'll just get back up. I think for me, that's something that I'm proud of who I am. It's my character. And, you know, I'm not done. I mean, this whole thing, this whole podcast, this whole vision of spreading light and helping people have a community to come to connect with. And you know, a lot of people don't have this, you guys. And if you don't and you're looking for it, we're here. I'm here. It's a crazy harebrained idea, you know, when people are like, what are you doing? I'm okay with that. And I'm proud of the fact that I can take risks and know that it's not a reflection on me or my character if it doesn't work.
And it's worked for, like it worked for me. I'm a warrior. I love what it stands for, but I'm a curmudgeon. I am that SNL. I'm Chris Farley. So I am a motivational speaker who lives in a van puddle river. By the river. I do. And so a lot of times I'm like, I don't have time for this shit. And I close it down. And I'm not, and it's true, right? There's a lot of people like, you know what? It doesn't have to be sunshine and roses and all that good stuff. But when I needed it, and I only listened to it just because I didn't want to hurt your feelings. I listened to it and I was like, oh my gosh, that means something. That resonated with me. It did. The truth. It going through the stuff I was going through recently resonated with me. Great. The other day, talking to a student of mine who is really has a great story, and I was talking about her story was wonderful, it was great, and the way that she has like gone through some stuff, and then she just jumps up and she goes for it. She never quits, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you need to be a sunshine warrior. And then like the whole let them, that whole thing with Mel Robbins. Oh yeah. Oh my God, I'm telling everybody, they're like, and they said this and they said, I'm like, oh, let them. You know what? And let you become who you need to become. And all of a sudden, oh my God, I'm a sunshine warrior.
Well, ladies, it is getting late, and I know we have a reunion to go to, a lot of people to go see and connect with and all that fun stuff. So thanks so much for letting me hijack our girls' weekends and really just kind of share your thoughts about the last 40 years and where we're going. So appreciate you guys. Love you lots. Yes. And again, if you have place in your head and your heart, and you are looking to become part of a community, this is the community. We're here. And honestly, this is just purely out of a desire to bring joy and love and light and lift to the world and those that you do. And also to pay that forward. So if you're somebody that has received something from this and you see somebody that needs that from you, be that for that. And the more we can do that, I think it really just exponentially becomes something beautiful. So thank you, everybody. Shine bright.
Well, my 40th year high school reunion is over, and it's been a couple days. And honestly, I've just been thinking about the experience, thinking about all of the people that I got to see again. Some were old friends, some were acquaintances, some were people I didn't know very well but got to connect with. And I think a couple things. One, at this stage in my life, I just am not that same person that I was 40 years ago or 20 years ago, in the sense that I'm okay with me. Like, I'm okay with who I am and not concerned about being judged. And I think as a young teenage girl, it was all about judgment, right or wrong, for whatever reason. That just fear of judgment just was so pervasive at that point in my life. And today, it wasn't that way. And I was just so excited to be there and talk with people. And I realized a lot of that was just me being me and me having the freedom and the courage to be me. And I wish it would have taken me all these years to learn that, but that's one of my big takeaways. And the other one, and lastly, is really the most important, and that is friendships. How lucky to have these long-lasting friendships of people that walk through life with me, and I get to walk through life with them. And life isn't just one-on-one, it's our experiences, and it's our family, and it's loss, and it's love, and it's happiness and tears. And I'm just so grateful, so grateful for my friends that I've had now for over 40 years, and just blessed. And so as I move forward, I'm hanging on to those friendships, and I'm just going to double down and pour into them and continue this journey, because I still got a lot of growing to do. My thought for you is, no matter where you are on the journey, whether you're 16 or 27, or maybe you're 57 like I am, find you. Worry less about what people think. Worry more about what you think. Put the negative away. Focus on all the good stuff, because it's in there. And choose. Choose the words you tell yourself. Choose who you want to be, and dream as big as you possibly can.